Yeah, that title would mean to enjoy yourself and eat the food you want. It is what it is. Shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa 914. What's it got in York? It is what the fuck it is. I don't care who blocked me from this shit. Block me all you want. Try to strike down my channel all you want. It is what the fuck it is. 914 What's the County York. We always gonna be live. We always gonna be real. We ain't never gonna be fake and phony like the rest of these motherfuckers. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Western County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We live in South Carolina, but we are 914 Western County, New York. We got a social security number. We got a birth certificate. Ringing New York. 5 generation New Yorkers. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like it. Queen Regina don't like it. I found out earlier. GWB don't like it. I found out a little bit later. It is what it is. 914 Western County, New York. I don't ask y'all to give me no fucking cash apps. I don't give a fuck about your cash apps. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Cause I want to get a cash app. I get on the dance floor and go to fucking work where none of your niggas do. None of you. You can't do it. You're afraid to do it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. Yeah. GWB, you blocked me? Queen Regina, you blocked me. What was the reason for the blocking? What was the reason for the blocking? Because I told too much truth on these YouTube streets. Too much truth. I am the only original BT1000. Ain't no other bitch gonna be the original BT1000. Nobody. But me. Arabia Barbosa. 914 Western County, New York. 914 Western County, New York. I was born in 1973. I don't give a fuck what no nigga or no bitch say about me on this YouTube app. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. Queen Regina, you don't like me no more? Say how you feel. Cause I been knew how you felt 2 years ago. I been knew how you felt. GWB, I been knew how you felt. Nigga, you niggas don't think I know the fuck is going on? How you niggas be trying to strike down my channels? My bigger channel you struck down. The other channel you try to strike down. And now you try to strike down this channel. I don't give a fuck who try to strike down this channel. I don't give a fuck. Strike it down. I'm gonna be me. Arabia Barbosa, number 4, Western County, New York. I was born in New York. I was raised in New York. I moved down here to South Carolina at 15 years old. I went to fucking prison in South Carolina. Shout out to the fucking chat. My inmate number is 221644. Look that up, Queen Regina. Since you got so much to say, look that up. Kujana Mimi Kula Jakula Miji Bariri. It is what the fuck it is. Ven aquí conmigo. Las comidas están listas para ti. It is what the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck who get mad with me. I don't give a goddamn who gets upset with Arabia Barbosa. I know where I grew up. uh, Khadijah, I know where we grew up in. We grew up in the belly of the beast. And you trying to have a good night tonight. And you trying to enjoy yourself. Don't worry about me. I will be alright. You just get home safe. Alright? Hold on. Khadijah, hit it again. Oh, there she go. Khadijah, you still in the club. You still in the club. Khadijah, I can't have you in here. Hold on. Sorry, I got, Khadijah. Khadijah is trying to hit the link, and she's in a club. How you can tell the story about what happened to us in foster care or anything in New York system if you're in the fucking club? It's just like you being like Lonnie One Love. Go home. Just enjoy yourself and don't worry about me. I got it. I got this. I got this. I got this. You don't need to come in. All them niggas on YouTube, they know they are wrong. Queen Regina is wrong. Sister T is wrong. Anybody that have blocked me from their bullshit is fucking wrong on these YouTube streets. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm gonna let Khadijah back in. God damn. Khadijah. Khadijah, you are at the club. I'm not gonna let you in right now. Yes, we grew up in foster kids. Yes, yes, we did. Yes, we did. And nobody respects us. And if we was to go to prison together, whatever, nobody would respect us. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. Allow me in. I'll allow you in. I'll allow you in all the time. Shout out to the chat. But you in the club right now. You in the club. Get home safe. No, I can't party with you because I'm not in New York. I'm not in New York. Shout out to the chat. Well, I'll let y'all know Khadijah is my subscriber, and Khadijah is also my homegirl from New York. We grew up in the foster care system. We had to go through certain bullshit in the foster care system. She went through certain shit. I went through certain shit. It was the same result. Same result. But she's doing better than I'm doing. And I shout out to her. At least she's trying to get her life together. I'm what? I'll be 52 years old in a few more weeks. Khadijah's much younger. She got a chance. She got a life. Don't come on these YouTube streets doing what I do. Don't do that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. 914 Western County, New York. Now, I dropped the link again. Boom. Nobody's in the chat. Nobody want to hit. Nobody want to hit the link, but Khadijah. Khadijah's my homegirl from New York. She can hit the link anytime she want. But Khadijah is in the club right now. She's having a good time. She's enjoying her life. She's a young woman. Young woman, not even in her 30s. Shout out to her. But I remember my 20s, my late 20s, my 30s, my 40s, I'm 50, I'm in my 50s right now. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. Yeah, she alright with me. Mm, I did. Yeah, I guess. Copied. Boom. Mm, post. There you go. Yeah, I'm still in my chat. But you know who I really want? Hit my link? Queen Regina. Yeah. Cause I went on Queen Regina channel not too long ago and tried to type into her comments and she got me blocked. I don't know why she got me blocked. I ain't did nothing to Queen Regina. Queen Regina ain't did nothing to me. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. 914 Western County, New York. I'm gonna tell you who the fuck I am. I am Arabia Barbosa, 914 Western County, New York. 914 Western County, New York. I was born in New York. I was raised in New York. My grandmother was born and raised in New York. My father was born and raised in New York. My great grandmother was born and raised in New York. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. And every time I think about my great grandma Barbosa, I'm reminded. I'm reminded. Khadijah is a young woman. I don't worry about Khadijah. That's my little sister on YouTube, and she's very special to me, and she's very smart, and I truly respect her. I do. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all something. What happened a couple of years ago when I went to New York, when I went to New York the last time, and I was living in an apartment right there on Saratoga Avenue, New York, right there in Yonkers. And I don't mean no harm, but my great grandmother Barbosa was floating with me. And she had on, I'm going to tell you what she looked like. She had on a dark brown robe, and she was wearing a straw hat that covered her face. So anytime me and this woman went down the street, and I remember one time we was walking down the street, walking very simply, and everything in front of us, on the side of us, left to right, went up in fucking flames. I saw that vision years ago. And I remember going to that apartment right there on Saratoga Avenue, 54 Saratoga Avenue, B apartment. A shout to the chat. And I remember she was there with me. She was there with me all through my fucking life. This miserable life. How the fuck all this shit happened? And she was still there with me. And when we left very quickly. I'm gonna tell you what happened the day when I went on the job. I went on a job, and one of my coworkers said, can you take some kittens in your house? You trying to give me one of his kittens? I said, no, I don't want no cats in my house. I'm not gonna take care of no cat being fed, and I'm not gonna take care of no litter box. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not taking care of no puppies, no dogs, nothing. No birds, nothing. No insects, nothing. Nothing comes through here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. My great grandma Barbosa floats with me everywhere I fucking go. I go on a job, she's there. I go in my house, she's there. I get on the bus, she's there. She's there. Even when I'm posting video, like short video, she's there. She's already in there in the video. Y'all don't see her? I'm surprised nobody sees her. Shout out to the chat. I'm the only one that sees her. This reminds me of the Grudge movie. And sometimes you don't see the person because the person is already possessing you. They're already living inside of you. She might not be present in physical eyesight, but she's present in this house. What I do, what food I eat, how quick I move, when I get ready to go, what I get ready to do. There's no fear there. I never had fear. There was never a fear factor. Never. Even what happened to me a couple of years ago, not too far from here, where I was jumped, beaten, My face blew up. I couldn't recognize my face. But the same night I went to that fucking ambulance, they had to cut the clothes off. They had to cut the clothes off because I had a seizure and everything released in the ambulance. Shout out to the chat. And I woke up the next day with my hands tied to something and a catheter tube in my pussy hole. Shout out to the chat. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Those that attacked me, I didn't have no memory of it until a few months later after that. And I grabbed Birdman's hand and I said, I remember who did what. He said, oh shit. And one of the women that was a part of the attack was sitting right in my fucking face. Right in my fucking face. And Birdman said, you can never allow this woman in your life again. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. It is what the fuck it is. I did let you in. But you will come in later. Cause you know how to get you know how to get in touch with me. Whether I go on here or not. And I don't give a fuck. That's my homegirl. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with her. Nobody. Nobody. And I will do certain females like the way I should have did for Sergeant Christopher Reagan. If I'm in the facility and I see somebody mistreating you, oh yes, I'm going in. I'm going in. And I can't afford to get locked up again because these white crackers, these white devils, that's all they want to do is lock up Arabia Barbosa. That's all they want to do. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. It is the fuck it is. Number 4, Worcester County, New York. We in the motherfucking house. Shout out to the rabbits. Shout out to Sis Rabbit Got a Man. Shout out to the rabbits. Shout out to Soda Nation. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. You know why I'm shouting out Tommy? Because Tommy told the truth about some of these black women. That's what he did. Try to warn me years ago about these black women. He had to warn me. I was already living in the home of one of these black bitches. I'm the BT 1000. That bitch was what? The BT 800, 900, whatever the fuck she was. Sergeant Christopher Reagan was not the BT 1000. Wonderful woman. Wonderful, wonderful mother. She had her mistakes and all that. And I came to fruition about her death because I was in denial about how my baby died years ago. And the only thing she said, Arabia, just fight for me. If anything happened to me, fight for me. And we did. We did. We did it. But it's still not good enough. Not good enough. I want that nigga dead. John Moses Reagan, I want him to be eating a man's dick and dying at the same time. Shout to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. I want my enemies to be dead. I don't want them to be living another year. Shout out to the chat. But how many people think Arabia Barbosa is their enemy? And a lot of people, it is what it is. They can't shut me up. They can't stop me from moving. And they can't stop me from making my money. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the motherfucking chat. Nini Kuzimo. Nini Kuzimo. Kila wakati. Kuja na mimi. Kula chakula. Miji baridi. Karibu. Ni u. You know the rest of the words I'm getting ready to say. A lot of people don't want me to say them words. But they want me to hear, they want to hear Nina Kuzimu Kilo Wakati. They want to hear that. They want to hear Mikundu all the time. They want to hear Lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. Estoy donde nada nunca se pasó. It is what the fuck it is. Shout out to the chat. Sis can't fix everything. Sis, just another dude on YouTube. And in a way, he's just like Tommy Sotomayor. You can't fix nothing. You can't fix anything. Only thing you can do is be you, sis. Rabbit got a match. Be who the fuck you are. And stop letting these other niggas get into your fucking head. Stop doing that to yourself, sis. I'm telling you right now, stop it. Stop. Don't even mention their names anymore. You do your videos, you ain't gotta mention none of them niggas' names, none of them bitches' names. Do you, sis. Shout to you. Iceberg thoughts. Do what you want to do. Shout out to Vince the Sniper. Do what the fuck you want to do. Got very little men on these apps. Big men. Real fathers. Real people. Shout to them. I'm getting cold. And the heat is turned up in this apartment. Shout out to the chat. I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. But shout out to Sis for having got a wrench. Shout out to Vince the Sniper. Shout out to Brown Skin Lady. Shout out to Moonlight. Shout out to Soulfly. Shout out to Queen Regina. Shout out to Sister T. Shout out to the YouTube creators I got. Even though some of y'all may not agree with each other, it don't matter about y'all agreeing with each other. Do your content and move on. You don't have to fight with each other. It's unnecessary. The wars in the sector is unnecessary. Damn D is a praying mantis bitch ass nigga. He wants to be a bitch. He dressed it up like Sister T not too long ago. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck about damn D. I ain't never see a Mr. Skinny dress up like no woman. And Mr. Skinny had a problem with any woman on this app. He did not get into a fucking dress. He did not wear no fucking high heels. He didn't put on a fucking wig. He didn't put on no fucking lipstick. I never saw Shook do that. I never saw Tommy Sotomayor do that. I never saw none of the men. The real men on YouTube. I never saw Sis do it. Shout out to him. I'm going to tell y'all something about that ritual. Don't you ever put on a goddamn wig, and don't you ever put no makeup on your face. Don't you ever put no lipstick gloss on your lips. Don't you ever put on a dress. Don't you ever put on no skirt. Don't you ever put on no high heels. And stop wearing them slides. Stop wearing the fucking slides. If you're wearing them, oh, we only wear it in our house. No. Don't wear no goddamn slides. Tell you. What I learned from T.S. Madison. Do not wear no slides on your fucking feet. Please do not do it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I am your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Western County, New York, the BT 1000, the original BT 1000. I am the Jeeper Creeper on this shit. I am the German Shepherd in the goddamn motherfucking room. And I'ma tell you, you men, don't wear no flip-flops on your feet and don't wear no slides. Don't. Ever. If you got them, throw them in the fucking trash. Don't wear no slides and don't wear no flip-flops. Wear your sneakers. Wear your boots. Wear your coat, your overcoat, your baseball cap, your fedora. I'm part of the LGBT community, but I hate when I see certain things going on. And I know it's not right. Shout out to the chat. Because those that wear the makeup and the lipstick and the lip gloss and the weaves and the wigs, the front laces, they might look like a woman, but them motherfuckers is strong as a motherfucker. and they love to rob straight men. Shout out to the chat. I'm telling you what I know. You better know who you're dealing with. Know who the fuck you're dealing with. Cause them niggas are wearing wigs, front laces, extensions. They look better than a woman. They got makeup on their face. They're wearing them stiletto shoes. Stilettos are more than 5 inches off the ground. Shout out to the chat. I am the only one from the LGBT community warning the heterosexual men what to look for. Those of y'all that been to prison, you better realize what you're doing. Because a lot of you are undercover brothers. Shout out to the chat. You might wear dreads. You might wear a box cut. You might wear a baldy. You might wear little braids on top of your head looking like the Hellraiser. But I know who the fuck you are. I know who the fuck you are. Because I remember Sergeant Crystal Reagan being married to one of my brothers. And I don't mean no harm. He dressed up one night. He dressed up looking like my adopted mother one night. But there was one year he actually went all the way out to dress up like a female, and he looked like a real, true woman. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Y'all don't know that about my family, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. And I saw him, and they took pictures of him. It's in my mother's picture album in that house. He looked more better than my sister Janelle. And they are actually blood brother and sister. We're always together. But he felt he had to dress up like a woman one particular Halloween, and nobody recognized him as being a clown. They accused him of being a different woman. Even his own sister, his own blood sister, was afraid. And he was so beautiful. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm releasing all my demons this evening. I have no choice but to release it. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here.